Have you ever felt like you're always one step behind? No matter how hard you try? What does it really take to outsmart people in the best possible way? Is it about intelligence, luck, or something deeper? Have you ever looked around and thought, why do some people always seem to be 10 steps ahead? They're not the loudest. They're not always the smartest. But somehow they win. Quietly, consistently. The truth is, outsmarting people isn't about arrogance or manipulation. It's not about being better than others. It's about moving wiser, thinking deeper, and growing faster in ways most people overlook. Today, we're diving into 3 keys that can help you outsmart everybody, not in a manipulative way, but in a way that leads to smarter decisions, stronger connections, and unstoppable success. So, if you're ready to stop reacting, start thinking ahead, and quietly level up in life, stick around, because this might shift how you move forever. Welcome to Brain Vital Channel. If you're new here, we're so glad you found us. This is your go-to spot for easy, powerful tips to grow stronger, smarter, and succeed in life. Tired of being pushed around? Want to feel unstoppable and in control? Ready to discover the game-changing secrets that can take you to the next level? Smash that subscribe button and don't forget to hit the bell, so you're always in the loop when we drop new videos. This isn't just fun, it's about unlocking your true power. You have a choice. Stay where you are or step up and become the best version of yourself. Now let's begin. Do you know how to read a room, understand the hidden emotions of people around you, and manage your own feelings in tough situations? This isn't just about being sensitive or aware in a general sense. It's about recognizing emotions as they unfold and using that awareness to make smarter, more empathetic decisions. Every interaction, whether in personal relationships or professional settings, is influenced by the emotions people carry. Learning to notice these emotions, both in yourself and others, is a foundation of emotional intelligence. People often make decisions based on emotions, not logic. This may seem surprising, but it's true. Emotions play a much bigger role in decision-making than many of us realize. In fact, studies have shown that we make decisions largely based on how we feel, rather than based on cold, hard facts. Think about a time you made a decision in a moment of anger, joy, or fear. The emotional state you were in likely shaped the outcome. Sometimes those decisions turn out well, but other times they might lead to regret. Emotional intelligence allows you to spot these emotional triggers in yourself and in others, and more importantly, it helps you manage those emotions to avoid impulsive decisions. Those who master emotional intelligence can navigate any situation, anticipate others' moves, and influence outcomes. People with high EQ are able to stay calm in stressful situations, read other people's moods, and adapt their approach to bring about more positive or productive results. What separates the people who play the long game from those who only see the next step ahead? How do you think strategically? When you look at successful people in any field, whether it's business, sports, or even personal development, one of the most powerful traits they all share is strategic thinking. But here's the thing. It's not just about having a plan, it's about having a bigger plan. It's about thinking not just about what's happening now, but what will happen next, and how every decision you make today impacts the future. Why it matters. Strategic thinking goes beyond the surface of what's happening in the present moment. It's about anticipating challenges before they arise and understanding the bigger picture. It's about taking the time to look at how your decisions today will shape your future, rather than making decisions purely based on immediate reactions or emotions. Think of it like playing chess. A great chess player doesn't just think about their next move, they're already thinking 2, 3, or even 4 moves ahead. They understand how each piece on the board interacts with others, and how each decision can either open up opportunities or close them off. In the same way, strategic thinking allows you to see beyond your immediate circumstances. Instead of reacting impulsively to every challenge, you make calculated decisions that position you for success in the long run. When you adopt this mindset, you're not just playing for today, you're playing for tomorrow, next year, and even 5 or 10 years down the road. Outsmarting others isn't about making quick, reactive decisions in the heat of the moment. It's about having the foresight to make moves that will benefit you in the future, moves that might seem small now, but will compound over time. When you think strategically, you're not just making decisions that fix problems in the short term. You're solving problems creatively and positioning yourself in a way that opens up opportunities others might not even notice. For example, let's say you're in business. A strategic thinker won't just focus on how to increase sales this month. They'll think about how to build a sustainable business model that will keep growing over time. They might focus on building relationships, diversifying investments, or exploring new markets, all things that create long-term value. When you take the time to think strategically, you put yourself ahead of the curve. You're less likely to get caught off guard by challenges, and you'll have a plan for moving forward, no matter what obstacles come your way. Strategic thinking isn't just about being smarter, it's about being more deliberate. It's about being intentional with the choices you make. It's about creating a roadmap for success and adjusting your course as necessary along the way. Are you acting impulsively or thinking through your actions? Think about the last big decision you made. Did you act on impulse? Or did you take a step back and evaluate the situation from all angles? Impulsive decisions often stem from emotions or short-term pressures. While sometimes they're necessary, in many cases they don't consider the long-term consequences. On the other hand, strategic decisions are made with a sense of clarity. They consider the full range of possibilities and the impacts of each choice. So, next time you're faced with a decision, pause for a moment. Are you reacting in the moment or are you planning for the future? What would happen if you took 10 extra seconds to think before making a decision? It might seem like a small thing, but those extra 10 seconds can make a world of difference. It gives you space to think through the options, consider how your choice will affect your future, and avoid rushing into a decision you might regret later. In our fast-paced world, it's easy to feel pressure to make quick decisions. But what if slowing down just for a moment could give you the clarity you need to make a better, more strategic choice? Taking that extra time allows your brain to engage in higher-level thinking, to pause and process the consequences, and to avoid reacting on autopilot. Strategic thinking is a practice, one that takes time and conscious effort. It involves slowing down, considering your options, and always thinking ahead. The more you cultivate this habit, the better you'll get at recognizing the broader picture, spotting opportunities others might miss, and avoiding common pitfalls. The key takeaway here is that strategic thinking isn't just about having a plan, it's about being intentional with your decisions. It's about making choices that lead you toward your long-term goals, even when the immediate results aren't immediately rewarding. And as you build this skill, you'll start to notice that you're not just outsmarting others, you're setting yourself up to succeed in ways most people never even think about. In a world that's constantly changing, how do you stay ahead of the curve and continue to outsmart those around you? This is a question we all face, especially as the world around us evolves. The answer isn't as simple as working harder or being more talented. It often boils down to one key thing: adaptability. We've all seen people who seem to glide through life, even during tough times, while others get stuck when change comes. But here's the secret: those who can adapt are the ones who stay ahead, thrive, and ultimately outsmart others. So, let's break down what makes adaptability and learning such powerful tools. The first step in understanding why adaptability is so important is recognizing that the world doesn't stay the same. Whether we're talking about technology, the job market, or even social dynamics, change is a constant. But instead of resisting change, those who succeed are able to embrace it. Being adaptable means you're willing to adjust, learn new things, and evolve no matter what challenges come your way. When you're adaptable, you're not locked into any one way of thinking or doing things. You can pivot when you need to, and you're always ready to take on new opportunities that others might miss because they're stuck in old habits or outdated ways of thinking. Think about the times when technology has disrupted entire industries. Those who adapted early, learning new tools, mastering new skills, ended up thriving, while others were left behind. Just like that, the ability to learn and adapt is what can keep you ahead in your career, personal growth, or even in relationships. If you're wondering, what's the benefit of being adaptable? Let me explain. When you're open to learning and evolving, you're always in position to outsmart those who refuse to change. Here's why. Constant evolution. Life moves quickly, and those who embrace growth are the ones who consistently stay relevant. You'll always have something new to offer, and you'll have the advantage of being prepared for whatever comes next. Learn from mistakes. We all make mistakes. The key isn't to avoid them, but to learn from them. Every failure is a lesson if you take the time to reflect and adapt. Instead of being bogged down by past mistakes, you use them as stepping stones to greater success. Stay ahead of the curve. By always being in a learning mindset, you are continually gathering knowledge and sharpening your skills. This makes you a step ahead of those who haven't committed to learning or growing. You'll recognize opportunities others miss because you have a broad set of tools and ideas to work with. Prepared for any challenge. Life is full of unexpected turns. If you're adaptable, you won't be thrown off when things change. You'll find new solutions. This mindset of, I can handle this, will make you more resilient, more capable, and more likely to thrive in the face of adversity. Think about these. When was the last time you learned something completely new and applied it? Think about it. Learning isn't just about accumulating knowledge. It's about applying that knowledge in real life. When was the last time you tried something completely unfamiliar? Maybe it was a new skill for your job, a new way of communicating with others, or simply a new perspective on an old problem. The ability to take in new information and make use of it is at the heart of adaptability. Are you actively seeking new opportunities to learn and grow, or are you sticking to what you know because it feels safer? Are you resisting change, or are you open to evolving your mindset and skills? Change is uncomfortable. It always has been. But here's the truth. If you're constantly resisting it, you're only hurting yourself. Take a moment to think. Are you holding on to old habits, mindsets, or even fears that prevent you from evolving? Consider the people who find ways to adapt to change. They're not just accepting it, they're welcoming it. They're thinking, what can I learn from this? How can this help me grow? So ask yourself, are you open to evolving, even when it feels challenging? Adaptability and the willingness to learn are the ultimate tools for outsmarting those who rely solely on what they already know. It's not about being the smartest person in the room. It's about being the one who can learn, pivot, and grow when needed. The beauty of adaptability is that it's available to anyone at any stage in life. You don't have to be born with it. You don't need a special talent. All you need is the courage to embrace change, the curiosity to learn, and the mindset to adapt. Are you ready to stay ahead of the curve? Are you ready to outsmart everyone around you by continuously learning, evolving, and adapting? Outsmarting others means outgrowing your limitations. It means developing the self-awareness to pause, the wisdom to think ahead, and the humility to keep learning. That's how you rise. Quietly, steadily, with purpose. To outsmart everybody, you need to master emotional intelligence, cultivate strategic thinking, and stay adaptable by continuously learning. The key to outsmarting others isn't about being better than them. It's about understanding yourself, the world around you, and having the courage to take action that aligns with your goals. So, which of these keys are you going to work on first? Drop your thoughts and strategies in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more insights like this.